Wolcott High School opened the season with a 12-0 non-league win over Bristol Central. The following week, the Eagles turned the ball over 5 times in a 1-touchdown loss to Torrington. Last weekend, Coach Joe Monroe's team racked up its second shutout in shutting down Kennedy of Waterbury 28-0. The youthful Eagles are led offensively by quarterback Bill Peterson and running backs Eric Brooks and Greg Gagne. Naugatuck High opened its season with a controversial 22-22 tie against Cheshire. Next, the Greyhounds handled Watertown with ease before edging Torrington 29-26 in a shootout last weekend. Quarterback Mike Diedelbaum makes the Naugatuck offense go, along with running backs Jesse Slocum and Paul Lucky. Once again, Naugatuck is big in the trenches. From Veterans Field in Naugatuck, it's Wolcott against Naugatuck in Naugatuck Valley League football on Telemedia Sports Valley High School Football Game of the Week. Hello again, everyone. Ed Clements, Buddy Chernovitz from Veterans Field in Naugatuck. Buddy, when I had a chance to talk with Wolcott coach Joe Monroe during the week, tremendous respect for this Naugatuck program. He's very satisfied in the years that Wolcott has been in the Naugatuck Valley League. He wants his team to get better. Key to Wolcott is not to make mistakes. They're a young team.
Key to any football team, obviously, is not to make mistakes. They're going to play a good football team in the Naugatuck Greyhounds. They've had 2 wins under their belt, along with the Wolcott football team, and it's going to be a good football game, but neither team can afford to make mistakes. They're both young teams. Now,
on the other side of the ledger, the Naugatuck Greyhounds, year in and year out, Craig Peters comes up with that excellent quarterback. Last year we saw Greg Murphy. This year has a fine quarterback, the senior Mike Diedelbaum. Can run that option well for the Greyhounds.
Diedelbaum has done everything the coach could ask him to do. He's led this offense. He's got some big people along the line of scrimmage, as always, with the Naugatuck football team. Coach Greg Peters and his staff does a great job in bringing his football team along game after game. They start slow, and at the end of the season, they're one of the better football teams in the state of Connecticut every year.
All right, what do you think?
It's going to be a good football game. I would give the odds on to Naugatuck. They're at home. Wolcott is a football team that's not yet proven. You have to learn how to win football games. The Naugatuck Greyhounds know how to do that. I give the edge to Naugatuck, unless Wolcott plays a completely error-free football game, and almost would have to play perfectly to, I think, upset the Greyhounds.
And we'll be back with Naugatuck Wolcott football right after these messages. Welcome back, everyone. And we're moments away from the opening kickoff on Telemedia Sports Valley High School Football Game of the Week, week number 4, Scholastic Football. The Wolcott Indians have won the opening coin toss, and they have elected to receive. Naugatuck will be kicking off. Naugatuck 2-0-1 on the season. That controversial opening game tie to the Cheshire Rams, well documented by now. And the Wolcott Indians, record of 2-1 on the season. An opening game win against Bristol Central, a non-league game, and following week they lost to Torrington, and just this past weekend they defeated the Kennedy Eagles.
Eddie, it looks like the weather may break right now. It's overcast, threat of rain, but the weatherman has promised that we would have a sunshine day. So far, he has not delivered on it. It is rather overcast, but a beautiful morning for football here in Naugatuck. As you see, Naugatuck getting ready. They're going to kick off to start this football game. 2-0-1. Excellent start, as Craig Peters will tell you later on. He feels very confident that his football team will grow as the season progresses. And right now, they are in the hunt for the Naugatuck Valley Championship and the possibility of another game in the state playoffs.
Dave Warren, Chris Wagner, and Greg Gagne back deep to receive the kickoff.
You look right down that Naugatuck sideline as we're ready to start.
And it'll be Mike Diedelbaum kicking off for Naugatuck. We're underway here in this Naugatuck Valley League game. Diedelbaum's kick sails into the end zone. That is an automatic touchback, and the football will be brought out to the 20-yard line, will be set to go. Let's take a look now at that Wolcott Eagle offense. In the backfield, of course, Bill Peterson one of the captains at quarterback. Fullback is Matt Howard. The tailback is Eric Brooks, and he has been a pleasant surprise thus far for Coach Joe Monroe. First and 10 coming up for Wolcott. Just underway from Veterans Field in Naugatuck. Buddy mentioned overcast, a little bit of a haze in the sky, but it's expected to burn off. The pitch, that is Eric Brooks, cutting the corner on the right side, and Brooks picks up some good first down yardage.
Very good, Edward. They came out of the pro set with the eye, pro to the far side, and they just pitched the football to Brooks. Brooks took it around the corner. Guard got out in front of him. Excellent blocking on the corner, and they picked up about 7 yards on that opening carry of this football game.
Brooks, as a matter of fact, Buddy, the leading scorer. He was converted from wide receiver. Has rushed for over 100 yards twice on the season thus far. It was Jesse Slocum on the tackle for Naugatuck on that first play from scrimmage. Again, they give it to the junior running back, and I believe he's picked up the first down as he crosses the 30-yard line. Let's take a look now. John the Bishop on the tackle, and let's take a look now at that Greyhound defense. Of course, the key to Naugatuck's defense all the time with those middle linebackers, Paul Lucky, along with Ken Sedlock.
You look right down the line of scrimmage as the Eagles are over the football after that first down.
First down again. Brooks tries the left side, and Brooks picks up about 3 on the play, gets it out to the 34 before he's tied up there by Shea and Sedlock along with Lucky, all in on the play for Naugatuck.
Again, they're coming with the sweep this side to the near side. Both guards getting on in front. The Donna leading it as Brooks comes off tackle for about 4 yards on that first down possession. You see Naugatuck on the tackle, and you look into that defense. Not a bad start for the Eagles as they're up at their own 34-yard line here in this first possession of the first quarter of football.
Chris Baldwin out to the left side on the option. That is the quarterback and the senior Bill Peterson taking the football and getting it out close to the 40-yard line before he's tackled by Dan Ferris, tri-captain of Naugatuck.
The option after the fake to the fullback, and then the quarterback will duck it up inside the end for pretty good yardage. That's Peterson there, number 10, with good yardage close to the first down. It'll bring up a big third down here for the Eagles on this possession. They need about 2 yards to continue to hold on to that football as you see Peterson bring his club up to the football.
Third and short at the 38, just underway, Veterans Field in Naugatuck. The pitch to Brooks, and Brooks, I believe, is going to come up short on the play. John Berry, the initial hit for the Greyhounds.
They come, this time the ball carrier Brooks will cut back inside over the tackle. Fullback kicking out. He is going to be, as Eddie said, just about a half a yard short. You see the ball just over the 40-yard line. They spot the nose right about where his tackles. You see Coach Peters there. His defense now on a 4th and less than 1 at the 40, and we would suspect that the Wolcott Eagles will punt the football. And notice Coach Peters' left leg there, injury to his Achilles tendon. Woke up one morning, said he didn't know how he got it, and been in the cast trying to now get some rehabilitation.
Chris Mazurowski fumbles the snap, but gets the punt off, rolls inside the Naugatuck 40. It will roll out of bounds at the 40-yard line where the Greyhounds will take over their first offensive possession in this football game. Let's take a look now at that Greyhound offense. Of course, everything starts with that quarterback, Mike Diedelbaum, the senior, and he's a good one. Fullback is Lucky, and on the wings we have Carroll along with Slocum. And that big offensive line, one replacement in the offensive line at right guard in place of Carl Hagstrom, we have Shane York. Defensively, now let's take a look at the Wolcott Indians. Check that, the Wolcott Eagles. I've got an Indian there. Okay, Eagles.
Your Yankees are playing the Indians this weekend, that's why.
My Yankees? Yeah, they're my Yankees. Slocum on a scissors action, tied up pretty much at the line of scrimmage on the first down carry. Promotico along with Jumbo Elliott on the tackle.
.44 will come back out of the scissors. They fake inside, and then 44, Slocum comes back, try to get to the outside, and the Eagles did a good job in shutting it down on the backside of that defensive line. Ball just over the 40-yard line on a 2nd and long for the Greyhounds.
3 down linemen for the Eagles, and they have 4 linebackers. On the 2nd and long for Naugatuck, we've got a flag on the play.
The way they're signaling, it looks like Wolcott violated the neutral zone. It'll be a 5-yarder, and that will help the Indians. Now you've got me saying you'll help the Eagles in getting now backed up to their 45. It'll help the Greyhounds now as they're second and on schedule. Instead of being 2nd and long, they're 2nd and about 4 yards for that offense.
2nd and 4, football at the 46. No score. Naugatuck Valley League action from Veterans Field in Naugatuck. Telemedia Sports. Slocum in motion. Give to the fullback. That is Lucky, and Lucky gets it into Wolcott territory down to the 45-yard line.
37.
Sean Desjardins on the tackle in the secondary.
Good job by the fullback, Paul Lucky. He's a junior. He just comes off the left side, left tackle. Excellent yardage. You see number 35 also in there on the tackle for them, for the Eagles. That's Eric Brooks. But a big first down for the Greyhounds at about the Eagle 45.5-yard line.
First down for Naugatuck. That wing T look. Carroll in motion. Diedelbaum on the option. Diedelbaum takes it himself. Takes it for about a couple. Tied up there by Jarjura and Gagne.
Jarjura got a piece of Diedelbaum's jersey as Diedelbaum comes on the option. Watch the Jura now, 54, just get a hand on Diedelbaum right there, and then he'll get help as he's dragged to the ground for about a 2-yard gain. Woods was in there also for the Eagles. It brings up a 2nd and long for the Greyhounds as you look right along that defensive line of scrimmage. 54 there, the senior Joe Jarjura, 5'10", 225-pounder. Excellent play that time on Diedelbaum as they tried to get him to the outside in the option.
And Jarjura, one of the quad captains of Wolcott and Joe Monroe for the 1991 season. Ashton goes in motion on 2nd and long. Diedelbaum throws under coverage to Tim Shea, hits the tight end, and Shea gets down to the 30 before he's taken down by Howard and Desjardins.
Well-conceived play that time as the tight end, Tim Shea, just came off the line of scrimmage. Diedelbaum hits him about 5 to 7 yards down the field for the gain, and then Tim Shea will just turn up the field as you see the leading receiver and then Shea behind him picking it up for another first down for the Greyhounds right at the 31-yard line of the Wolcott Eagles. Excellent drive here on the opening possession of the Greyhounds.
Greyhounds go double tight end. They bring in a sophomore, Dave Levine, at left end. Scott Carroll straight ahead, tied up by Wood, inside linebacker for the Eagles.
Carroll will come from the wing position and then run a power following the fullback right up the 2-hole between the guard and center before Wood and company bring him down. About a 3.5-yard gain for the Greyhounds on a first down carry, and they will come with those wings from either side up the middle and on the scissors play along with the fullback for that running game. As you look down the line of scrimmage, a big 2nd and about 5 for the Greyhounds.
Football at the 27 of Wolcott. Diedelbaum rolling, looking to throw, throwing it downfield and completing it inside the 10-yard line. Completed to Jason Ashton. Desjardins takes him down there, but not before Ashton has brought the football inside the 10.
Ashton will come across the field. There is a bootleg rollout. Diedelbaum has deceiving speed, and he gets the football on an excellent throw down the field for the reception. Ashton there right inside the 10 at about the 8.5-yard line. First down and goal for the Greyhounds. Excellent throw catch, Diedelbaum to Ashton.
First and goal at the 8. Lucky is the fullback. Slocum and Carroll the wingbacks. Carroll, the ball carry to 5. Getting close to the goal line and in for the score. Well, at least one official, the near official, indicates touchdown. Scott Carroll from the left wingback spot, taking the handoff and getting it in from 8 yards out.
Carroll will come again from the wing. He'll just follow off tackle, not going to be touched until he gets to about the 3-yard line. You see number 58, Barry, leading him. The Jardish gets a piece of him, but Carroll will drag him into the end zone for the touchdown. With 4:57 left to go in this first quarter, the Naugatuck Greyhounds scored the opening touchdown of this football game.
Needlebaum will attempt the point after. And Naugatuck leads it 7-0. Let's take this timeout. We're back, everyone. Naugatuck leads at 7-0. Their first possession, taking the football downfield methodically and doing a nice job of it. Carroll going in from 8 yards. Buddy caught up with Coach Peters before the game, and he asked the veteran coach if he was pleased with his team's progress to date.
Yes, we are. We got off to a good start against Cheshire, especially with the number of kids that we had banged up and out of the game, and we keep getting a few more of those kids back each week, and we're getting better as a football team because of our experience and because we're getting some kids back.
We're back, everyone, and Coach Peters is very pleased with the developments thus far here at Veterans Field. The veteran coach of the Naugatuck Greyhounds, his 19th year as head coach. This day and age, buddy, that's a rarity to have a high school coach that long.
It certainly is. It's tough every year. Coach Peters talked about the type of kids in the kickoff show that we had at the beginning of the year, and it is really tough to get kids interested in playing football as you look into that cheerleader group. But boy, he has done a great job here at Naugatuck, continuing the traditions that have come before him. The Ray Legenzes and the other coaches who have been here, who have done a great job in building this fine Naugatuck Greyhound program.
I know that Coach Monroe, when I talked to him during the week, had nothing but praise for this Naugatuck program. It's a traditional program, well drilled, year in and year out. Gagne on the return. Gagne advances the football across the 20 to the 27, and Slocum on the tackle for the Greyhounds.
Interesting series now. They had a little success, the Eagles, in their opening drive. We'll see if they can continue to get to the outside against the Greyhound defense and mount an offensive drive themselves. Greyhounds had very little trouble on their initial score in going down the field, and we'll see how it affects the Eagle offense here in this second possession.
Two wideouts either side of the field, standard I formation, as Peterson wants to put it up on first down, and he completes it. That is Mazurowski spinning for some extra yardage. A loose ball. It's ruled Wolcott's football. Fine play on first down by the Eagles.
Brooks, number 15, will get the recovery. Just a quick slant in pass. The quarterback just steps back. Peterson, he hits Mazurowski, does a nice job catching it, and then he'll try and make some extra yardage. Here he's going to get dragged by Slocum, or that's not Slocum, but as he goes down, Mazurowski will fumble. Brooks will get on the football. That was Mastro Petro who made the initial tackle on Mazurowski.
First down as they give it to Brooks. Brooks ends up with the football, and he gets it to the 40-yard line. Shea on the tackle for Naugatuck.
Quick double dive, fullback inside at the one hole or between the left guard and center, and then the tailback trying to follow him outside of the tackle. Naugatuck does a good job in closing it down. Again, Craig Peters looking over his shoulder at his Naugatuck defense.
So second and long for the Eagles at their 40-yard line, late stages of the first quarter. They're at Veterans Field in Naugatuck. And Peterson wants to call a timeout, but he caught up with Wolcott head football coach Joe Monroe before the game, and he asked the Wolcott coach if he was pleased with his team's progress to date.
At this point, we're very satisfied. You know, we really thought we could be 3-0. Torrington gave us a tough struggle up there, but we made a lot of turnovers in that football game. But to this point, we're very pleased. You know, anytime you lose 17 seniors and you got to replace them with a lot of young kids that really didn't have the experience that they need to have last year, you know, you're looking at a whole new group. So to this point, we're very pleased.
We're back, everyone. And in the huddle, the very youthful-looking Joe Monroe of the Wolcott Indians. Joe Monroe, buddy, has had extensive coaching experience before he became the head football coach up at Wolcott. Worked under Buddy Amendola at Central Connecticut State University for 4.5 years. Gives Mr. Amendola a lot of credit for his football knowledge.
He has tutored an awful lot of coaches, and during his time at Yale also, he had one of the best defenses anywhere in the country. He went to Central, was there, and did a creditable job with the Central program. Today he is the athletic director at Hamden High School and still very active in coaching ranks. He was involved with the Soviet football team this year when they came to the United States, and very instrumental in the Soviet program and the development of that program.
He's a teacher of the first order. Peterson wants to throw. Shea is pressuring him. Peterson gets it downfield. It is picked off by Ashton. Ashton was bobbling the football, gathered it in, fell to the turf at the 40-yard line of Wolcott. The Greyhounds have the turnover.
Shea had good pressure on Peterson as Peterson rolled to this near side, and then Peterson let one go. Ashton just stepped up and made a great interception, a bobbling interception, but a great one as he brings the ball to the 41-yard line of the Eagles. And the Eagles right now have got to do something defensively because the Greyhounds in their first possession just blew them off the football. They're double tight with their two wings and fullback, and we'll see what they're going to do on first down.
Carroll. Charlie Wood, the initial hit for Wolcott.
Again, just a little bit of a scissors inside, coming back with the football, number 24, Scott Carroll. He will get good yardage on their initial carry here on this second possession, but their misdirection offense is causing some problems for that Wolcott Eagle defense, and the Naugatuck Greyhounds up front are pretty big, and they're getting some people to the hole, creating some big seams in that defensive front.
Double tight end. Lucky, the fullback, rams across the 35 to about the 32. Gagne and Peterson on the tackle for Wolcott.
Edward, a lot of tackles coming from the secondary of the Wolcott Eagles. As you see, again, a very big fullback, Paul Lucky, only a junior, just pulling tacklers ahead, very close to a first down. Peterson got him, but he is going to get Peterson is going to handle an awful lot of tackles here if this front of the Wolcott Eagles doesn't start closing down some holes along that line of scrimmage. A lot of tackles in the secondary.
Third and short for Naugatuck at the 32 of Wolcott. Lucky. Oh, Lucky is slowed up, but he might have spun for enough yardage for the first down. McCluskey, the nose guard.
Very close to that first down, Edward, as Barry led the ball carrier close to that line of scrimmage. Watch 58 pull out. The fullback just trying to get enough yardage for that first down. We'll see as they're going to bring the yardsticks out here to measure. Naugatuck along that front is very big and very strong. Use Barry, Ferris, Hagstrom, and Cretella along with Shea at the tight end. Do a great job in opening some holes. And that's, his place of Hagstrom is Shane York, who is playing today, and they're going to be just short of that first down. It is 4-down territory right at about the 32, and I think the Greyhounds are going to go for it here.
And if the Greyhounds were to need him in a pinch, Hagstrom, I believe, would be in the football game. I know in our kickoff show, buddy, the biggest players we had were from these Naugatuck Greyhounds. No question about it.
Year after year, they do come up with some big offensive linemen. And it is nice if you're a back to have those kind of people up in front of you. And I imagine that Carroll and Lucky and Slocum and the others really appreciate it.
Full house backfield, and that is Carroll carrying for the first down. Jarjura and McCluskey on the stop for Wolcott.
Went to the eye backfield, two lead backs in front of him, and ball carrier just gets enough of that first down, but all he needed was about a yard. And here you see Diedelbaum just hand off with the two backs. Protecting the football is the ball carrier, and he gets that first down for the Greyhounds.
First down for Naugatuck at the 30-yard line. Time running down here in the first quarter. The Greyhounds lead it 7-0. Ashton goes in motion on first down. Diedelbaum looking to throw underneath the coverage. almost had Shea out there. Incompleted pass. Shea might have taken his eyes off the football.
Looked like it went right through his arms. We'll see here as they go to a trips with motion. And then there's the throw, and boy, that's right through the arms of Timmy Shea, and I know he wishes he had that one back. He doesn't miss very many. Again, they're driving the corner deep, and then Shea is just coming to the outside. Diedelbaum is getting him the football about 7 to 10 yards down the field. It's an excellent, well-conceived pattern, and just went through the arms of number 11, Tim Shea.
Double wing set for Naugatuck as Ashton goes in motion on 2nd and 10. Diedelbaum looking to throw underneath. Has Carroll inside the 20 for a Greyhound first down. Elliott along with Wood on the tackle for Wolcott.
Just short passes, very crisp. Coming out on a short roll, quarterback Mike Diedelbaum, and he'll just hit Wood as he turns up the field. There he is on the run, just dumps it to him. He's wide open. Gets about 5 more in his own before he's wrapped up and dragged to the ground by number 24 for the Eagles, Charlie Wood, and it's another first down.
Full house backfield on first down. Sedlock, Lucky, and Slocum. And Slocum gets the call. Jesse barrels across the 15. Gagan on the tackle along with Howard for Wolcott.
Slocum just comes off tackle. He'll follow his fullback. He'll break out off of that block and then brings himself close to the 14-yard line for the Greyhounds as they and their offensive line are just opening some huge seams in that Wolcott Eagle defense.
And we've played 1 quarter of football here at Veterans Field in Naugatuck. It's Naugatuck 7 and Wolcott nothing. We're back, everyone. Start matters in the second quarter. Naugatuck methodically moving the football downfield. A 2nd and short at the 19. Diedelbaum, check that was at the 14, should say. Diedelbaum close to the 10, stopped by Jarjura and Wood, and close to another Greyhound first down.
Diedelbaum will come on the option. He just ducks it back up inside over his tackle. Jarjura grabs a piece of him, and he'll get help, but Diedelbaum is very close to that first down, as Eddie said, right around the 10-yard line. Big third down for the Naugatuck Greyhounds, and they have had very good success in just running off tackle against this Wolcott Eagle defense.
I say lucky on this play. It shows you how much I know. Diedelbaum on the option, 5, touchdown Greyhounds.
You are half right because Diedelbaum was running that option, looking to pitch the football to Lucky. He found the opening, ran the 11 yards into the end zone. As here he comes, he looks to make the pitch, then just cuts up inside at the end and goes untouched into the end zone for the second Naugatuck touchdown as they open this second quarter of football with a second score on the 11-yard run from quarterback Mike Diedelbaum. You see him making the quick change of shoes as he will now get back and go for the extra point. Excellent drive again after the interception by Ashton. Set it up, and the Greyhounds, a little bit of movement there, but the Greyhounds into the end zone here with a commanding, right now, 13-0 lead.
Just as a reminder, buddy, that we'll be making our presentation of our Thomas Dodge Player of the Game at the conclusion of this game.
Naugatuck may reevaluate now as the penalty was against Wolcott. It will bring the ball to 1.5 yards away from that goal line. Looks like the Greyhounds are going to go for the 2 here rather than the single point as they come out with their base offense.
Double tight end. Carroll, the wing to the left side. And Slocum now in motion from his wing on the right. On that option. Well, Diedelbaum looked for Lucky. Lucky was past him at that point. He had to eat the football. Extra point is no good. Eric Brooks on the defensive play for Wolcott. Our score is Naugatuck 13 and Wolcott nothing.
Watch Diedelbaum will lose the handle on the football right here as he comes out. He just loses it, gets it back, but by that time, the mesh of the pitch is off. As you see, Lucky was behind him. He could not option, and the Wolcott defense shut that one down as Craig Peters there talking to his offensive group and his kickoff team as they will now go out, kick the football with a 13-0 lead, 11:16 left to go in this second quarter. Two very well conceived drives by the Greyhounds. They've had the ball twice and they're in the end zone twice, and that's all you can ask. As you see Joe Monroe on the far sideline talking to Eric Brooks along with the Jura, and they've got to do something defensively now to shut the Greyhounds down. Naugatuck has been able to really drive the football in their two possessions. The Eagle defense in their front has got to make some adjustments. The linebackers in the secondary are making all the tackles. They're getting very little help inside, and they've got to either change that scheme or maybe do some stunning along the line of scrimmage to get those linebackers in to try and create a problem with the mesh for the Naugatuck Greyhounds.
Back deep, that's Greg Gagne. One of the deep three for Wolcott. And there is Diedelbaum getting set to kick off for the Greyhounds. Joe Monroe, very positive coach. I think as a coach of high school, you have to be positive. You have to stress the positive. Not always easy, but you have to.
It's sometimes very difficult, but being positive breeds success.
It's a young team for Wolcott. 17 seniors graduated from last year's 5-5 team. That's Gagne having a little trouble on the handle and getting it close to the 20-yard line.
And that's what happens. Gagne's a sophomore. He's 5'10", 160 pounds. But that's what happens on the kickoff. Sometimes you take your eye off it, and when you're a sophomore, those are the kind of mistakes that happen to a football team. Just little things, but it causes field position now or the Eagles to be backed up in field position, and sophomores have to get over that little bit of mistake-prone types of plays and get into a football game, and that comes with experience, the ability to play. So next year, these Eagles should be right on top.
First down. Eric Brooks on the pitch out, gets it out to the 21-yard line. Dan Ferris and Shea on the tackle for Naugatuck.
Just a little pitch coming out to the off-tackle hold. Jura on the lead block, trying to fold around. Picks up about 4.5 yards. Not a bad first down carry for the Eagles. They need to get a sustained drive going here and to get themselves in the end zone.
Second down. The pitch again on the wide side of the field to Eric Brooks. Eric Brooks at the 30, the 40, and taken out of bounds at the 45-yard line by Mastropetro. Fine run by the junior running back, Eric Brooks.
Brooks will get the outside lane. Howard will lead Brooks around the corner. Watch the block that comes from Matt Howard, number 45. He does a good job kicking out on the corner, and it allows Brooks to get up the far sideline before Mastropetro drives him out of bounds very close to the 44-yard line.
Buddy, we have an alert young spotter, Phil Gorman from Watertown, from Wolcott, reminding me, oh, is he upset at me now, reminding me that is, Eric Brooks is a senior. That was Gagne on the carry. It'll be a second down coming up. That was the Bishop on the tackle for Naugatuck. Let me get our team straight here. This is Wolcott against Naugatuck. Brooks is a senior.
A little bit of a sprint draw. You see Gagne there just coming on the sprint. Before the Bishop wraps him up, he'll pick up pretty good yardage, about 5. It's 2nd and 5 for the Eagles.
And Phil Gorman will keep us honest up here. On the pitch, Brooks is hemmed in. A little bit of problem with the mesh on the pitch. That was number 66, P.J. Glavinsky, first on the tackle for Naugatuck.
Glavinsky played the option very well. You'll see the quarterback, Peterson, come down the line. The ends not only plays the quarterback, but comes off the pitch and gets to Brooks, something that can't happen in the option game. You got to force the end to play the quarterback, or the quarterback's got to turn up inside. The end play, both people did an outstanding job. P.J. Glavinsky did a great job.
Football just at midfield. The pass is picked off. Ashton on the other end. Jason Ashton, his second pickoff of the day, inside the Wolcott 40-yard line.
You look at the crowd, who has got to be very pleased as Ashton comes up with his second. This one is a tip. Ashton is there. waiting for it as the ball was thrown into coverage. You'll see the slant pass right there. That should have been interference. Naugatuck was all over him. Ashton will take the tip ball, bring it back to about the 41, 39-yard line of the Eagles. And again, the Greyhounds, you see Ashton there. The Greyhounds in great field position in this second quarter. Their offense now inside the 40 again on their third possession.
1st and 10 from the 39. Carroll in motion. They give to the big burly fullback, and Lucky takes it across the 35. The whole front three for Wolcott, Promotico, McCluskey, and Jarjura on the tackle for the Eagles.
Barry, 58, will pull. They will come right behind his vacant area. Lucky with a good carry on first down for about 6 yards. Again, that may be the front that is making the tackle, but they're 6 yards down the field by the time they get Barry to the ground. Timeout here as Coach Peters will come in and talk to his football team. And right now, the Wolcott Eagles, they've got to do something defensively. They cannot afford to go down 3 scores here in the first quarter or first half of football. It might be the end for them. So their offense is really moved the football but had problems in sustaining a drive in their 3 possessions. As you see Coach Peters getting a lot of fluid to his young men. Cramps are a problem on a very warm day like today, especially after you've had some cold weather and you want to keep as much fluids in your body as possible to prevent that. Over on the far side, Coach Monroe, along with his defensive staff, trying to come up with something that they can do. And there's some of the beautiful Connecticut foliage. If you get a chance this weekend, take your wife out and take a look at some of that foliage. It is beautiful. And what a great scene from the press box here overlooking this field into the Naugatuck Valley area. It is beautiful out.
At the top of the show, buddy, we talked about Wolcott coach Joe Monroe saying that his team would have to eliminate mistakes, stay away from the mistakes against the Greyhounds, and we've seen their last 2 possessions. They've turned the football over twice. You just can't do it against a good football team like Naugatuck.
You really can't do it against any football team, but when you're against a good football team, definitely it's going to nail the coffin shut, and maybe very early for your team. It's very difficult to come back against a good football team when you give them this kind of field position with the offense and defense that they have.
2nd and short, 2nd and 4 for the Hounds at the 33-yard line as Slocum goes in motion. Diedelbaum throws it out to Ashton, but Ashton's knee, touchdown there at the 36-yard line. A loss on the play.
They try with a screen pass out to Ashton. Ashton makes the reception, but for a loss of yardage. Not a good play for the Greyhounds in that Ashton was forced to go to his knees to make the reception. It'll bring up a 3rd now and about 7 for the Greyhounds as they were 3rd and short. Now they're 3rd and long here. It's a throw type situation or scissors.
3rd and 8 from the 37. Diedelbaum rolling, being pressured, now running the football. Diedelbaum to the 35 to the 33-yard line. It'll be short of the yardage needed for the first down. A fine effort by the senior quarterback, Gagne, on the tackle.
Eddie, this young man has deceiving speed. He is a lot quicker than he looks. He will outrun some tackles here. He outruns number 10,
That's
Peterson. Then he'll cut up inside of number 54, Jarjura, and then pick up pretty good yardage close to that first down. But this young man, Mike Diedelbaum, has very deceiving speed. He is a quick young man.
And it's 4 down territory for the Hounds at the 33. 4th and 4. That's Lucky. And Lucky cracks it to the 30-yard line. It's going to be short of the yardage for the first down. Brooks Peterson on the stop for Wolcott, and the Eagles have held on downs along with Howard on the tackle.
Lucky, as he follows Barry, is a load to try and drag to the ground. I think that's the juror. No, that's 45 who gets a piece of him first, Howard, and will get help. But the juror, or Lucky, when he gets that football, is a tough young man to bring down. He has excellent size.
Howard, buddy, and Howard and Jarjura, as a matter of fact, lead in tackles for the Wolcott Eagles as we get the chains from across the field.
It's going to be close, Edward.
I think he's going to be short, but I've been wrong before.
I've been wrong all year, so I'm not guessing anymore. But the Eagles are able to stop Naugatuck, and that's a big defensive series for them, as they'll have the best field position they've enjoyed all morning, starting at their own 29-yard line. About 6:50 left to go here in this second quarter, and the Eagles, if they can get into the end zone, could definitely make this game an interesting second half.
First down for Wolcott at the 29. They send Howard in motion. And the pitch is to the senior running back, Eric Brooks. Brooks is trying to cut it back in. Tim Shea meets him at the line of scrimmage.
Number 80 was also there. Alston, as the pitch away from motion, tries to get Brooks to the backside. Watch Shea, he's just standing here, number 11, and he introduces himself to Mr. Brooks. No gain, and an excellent job by that backside area in able to contain.
In your picture now, long time. That's the #1 fan of the Naugatuck Greyhounds, Marty Lucas. On the option, Peterson to the 35-yard line. The Bishop, along with Shea, on the tackle for Naugatuck.
3rd and 5 for the Eagles. They need to make a first down right here. Have not thrown the ball very well. 2 interceptions so far in this football game, but they need to get something going, and they need to create a little bit of misdirection. The Greyhounds are sitting in their base defense and doing a good job. They're giving them 3, 4, 5, but they're not giving them any big plays, and right now they need a big play on the part of the Eagles.
Mazurowski out to the right side. That is this Jardins in motion. Play action. Peterson throwing it out. It is intercepted. Kevin Kuzma, the sophomore monster back. He's taken down by Dodona, but the damage has been done as Wolcott has turned it over a 3rd time.
Kevin Kuzma will break on the throw by Peterson. He does a great job in just stepping in front of the intended receiver and then get down the sidelines. He'll hold on the ball. And one of the problems of holding on the ball, notice that left hand, he's playing with a broken thumb. Went to the doctor, said, I want to play football, do something so that my thumb will not hurt anymore. And he is playing with a lot of spirit and enthusiasm. A young sophomore, Kevin Kuzma, great interception for the Greyhounds.
Kuzma takes the football down to the 20. Slocum, the ball carrier. Wood on the tackle for Wolcott.
Slocum just coming off tackle on that. From the wing, they're running the 2 wings to the left and to the right side of the formation, following that big offensive line for good yardage. This time Slocum was stopped at the line of scrimmage, brings up a 2nd down right at the 20-yard line for the Greyhounds.
Double tight end. Wing to the left is Carroll, wing to the right is Slocum. Lucky is the fullback. Slocum in motion. Straight ahead, the fullback. Lucky to the 10. Howard on the tackle.
There's a big young man at fullback. We'd have him at tackle if he was at Amity. He has some good forward, straight ahead momentum. He picks up another first down. He's right at the 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal as the ball is just over the 10. But again, that Greyhound front, Hughes, Ferris, and Berry, York, and Cretella are opening some huge gaps in that Eagle defense.
It's a 1st and goal just inside the 10. With the football, that's Carroll off the left wing. Carroll getting the football to the 5. Gagne on the tackle.
Watch the Naugatuck runners find the seam. They will bounce outside. There's Berry, who continues on his block, and right behind him is Carroll, who just grabs onto the shirt of his big tackle or big guard to get to the corner. He's down to the 5-yard line. Excellent play call, an excellent job by these running backs in following their blocking, finding that seam, and then darting up inside for good yardage.
Naugatuck is giving an offensive clinic. Full house backfield. 2nd and goal. Sedlock into the middle of the line. Charlie Wood on the tackle for Wolcott.
Go to that straight T or wishbone backfield. Sedlock just puts his nose forward. He'll pick up 3. There wasn't a lot of room there, but he found an area to get himself about 2 or 3 yards, bringing up a 3rd and about 4. Third and goal from the 4 for this Greyhound football team. Their fourth possession, looking to get into the end zone for the third time. They've had great ball control and have controlled the clock as we're down under 3 minutes to go here in this first half. As you look right along the line of scrimmage, you're ready to line up and play.
Levine, the tight end, to the right side. Timmy Shade, the tight end, to the left side. Third and goal at the 4. The pitch. Lucky does not break the plane down to the 1 foot line. Paul Lucky met head on there by Promotico, 5'9", 225-pound senior tackle, and Eric Brooks.
He got some help also. There were 4 guys in on that tackle as Diedelbaum will make the pitch. We saw him fumble it before when they tried to go for 2. That was what they were trying to do, is get the ball outside to Lucky. Bang, and the Eagles do a good job in keeping that big guy out of the end zone. Brooks and company, and they're a half a yard short here on a 4th and 1/2.
4th and goal. Greyhounds trying to go up by 3 scores. Sedlock trying to find the plane. No indication. Believe Wolcott has held.
Sedlock is not going to get his nose into the end zone as you see the official stop. Sedlock will come off tackle. They ran it on 2nd down. He got about 2, and here a great job by DeJura, and then help coming inside to keep Sedlock out of the end zone, and he is at the 1/2 yard line.
Breaking the action. Let's take this time out. Welcome back, everyone. As we see that line of scrimmage up the 2 foot line, Wolcott would just like to get it out from the shadow of their end zone. That's Howard, the fullback. Jarjura on the power formation, the ball carrier. Ashton on the tackle for Naugatuck.
How many times do you see a 54 carry the football from the line of scrimmage? As Jarjura has to be happy with that. That's a big first down carry, gets him out of the end zone, and it should enable them to run the clock out for this first half. Big carry by DeJura.
There's that power eye set, and a flag is dropped from the official on the far side.
DeJura with the carry again, as he said, I did it once, give me it again. Unfortunately, the Wolcott Eagles are going to be offside. It'll back them up. But right now, I think all Coach Monroe would like to do is just run this last 1 minute and 4 seconds off the clock and to get into the locker room to try and do something defensively to stop this Greyhound offense, but also to get his offense in gear. They have not really moved the football. Peterson has not had a great day with the 3 interceptions. The Eagles need to get themselves together and to get some ball control in this second half.
First down play. Out across the 20-yard line.
Howard on the carry, number 45, just coming off tackle, getting into the secondary before Slocum will drag him to the ground. Fullback just coming with the football as we're down under 24 seconds left to go as you look at the Greyhound defense. Wolcott just happy to get out of here right now, 13-0.
Second down, 1 yard to go. They just like to run this final play, and it's just what they're going to do. That is Brooks to the near side, and the senior running back is inbounds. His time will expire. Hayward along with Slocum on the tackle for the Greyhounds. That ought to do it. That does do it for the first half of play. Our first half score is Naugatuck 13 and Wolcott nothing. We'll be back with our halftime activities right after these words. We're back, everyone, halftime, and on the center of the field, that is the Naugatuck High School Marching Band. always a treat. That's the Naugatuck High School marching band coming off the field now to an appreciative crowd here. Veterans Field in Naugatuck. Our halftime score is Naugatuck 13 and Wolcott nothing. We'll be back with the second half kickoff right after these words. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready for Naugatuck Valley League football in the second half at Veterans Field in Naugatuck. Naugatuck leads it 13-0. Still overcast, and we're expecting that sun, but it had a chance to go outside of our press box here at halftime, buddy. Some spritz of rain falling.
Closer we get to tonight, they're predicting rain, and I think the rain is a little bit early. It arrived before it was supposed to. I don't think we're going to get any sun out of this afternoon either.
Charlie Wood kicking off for Wolcott. It's coming down to Carroll on the return. And Carroll takes the football out to the 33-yard line. And we're underway here in the second half.
Dan Phillips, number 63.
Dan Phillips on the tackle for Wolcott.
First and 10 Greyhounds, ball on their own 33-yard line.
Carroll will just take the football and try and get to the near side, find part of that wedge before he is dragged down right out about the 32-yard line, and the Greyhounds out over the football. Their base offense double tight with the two wings.
On the 32-yard line, first down, Carroll in motion. The give to Lucky, Lucky at the 40, and tripped up as he crosses the 45-yard line. Mazarowski tripped him up, along with Brooks on the tackle for Wolcott.
Fullback just comes inside off the trap block of Barry and just lumbers down the field. Actually knocked down by his own guard out in front of him, or the tackle, Cretella, but he picks up a big first down close to midfield, and the Greyhounds really are just dominating the line of scrimmage. There's nothing else you can say. Whatever adjustments the Eagles have made, they have got to do something here to slow down that front. They're giving them an awful lot on the tackle holes.
First down, Diedelbaum on the option, and the senior takes the football to the 49-yard line of Wolcott. McCluskey, the nose guard, on the tackle.
There's nobody over the left and right guard, or left and right, or left tackle and right tackle, and it just allows Diedelbaum to turn up inside. They had a nose man, and then there was the end outside. Linebacker was way inside, and that gave him a pretty good lane. They're playing a 50, it looks like, but there are some big holes and gaps in there as they're shifting around in that forefront and giving Naugatuck some big area to run.
2nd and 7. Lucky again cracks it off the left side. Defense stiffens. Wood, Promotico, and Georgiura on the tackle as Lucky takes the football down to the 46.
Again, the trap block, and then Lucky comes behind it, picks up about 4. You see number 45, Howard, right in on the tackle as you look at the Wolcott Eagle cheerleaders on the far sideline, but Howard and company, that secondary and linebacker crew, are making most of the tackles here this morning for the Eagles, and it shows that the backs are 4, 5, and 6 yards down the field before they're making contact with any of the Eagle defense.
Double tight end, and again they try Lucky, and that defense stiffens as Lucky crosses the 45 to the 44. John Gagan and Georgiura both on the stop for Wolcott. 4th down, a kicking down for Naugatuck. Football just at the 44-yard line of Wolcott. Diedelbaum is the punter. He gets off a high punt. That's Desjardins on the other end. A loose ball at the 15-yard line. The Greyhounds are signaling that they have come up with the football. In fact, they have. Another turnover for Wolcott.
And I think, Edward, that is going to be it. They are unable to keep from making the big mistake, as there you see an attempt on the punt. Goes right through the arms of number 37, Dejura, and Naugatuck right on the recovery inside the 20 at about the 17-yard line. And you cannot give these Greyhounds. That's the 4th mistake, and the Greyhounds now are knocking at the door again.
Tim Shea came up with the recovery. Lucky being slowed up, being hit in the backfield, but he manages to get the football down to the 15, or A few Wolcott players on the play. Let's give credit to that to the down lineman.
You will see the last 2 times they're getting to Lucky, and they are, you see Wood on the bottom, he's got a piece of him. Mazarowski gets him, and then the rest of the football team drag him to the ground. But the last 2 times, excellent job by Wolcott in closing off Lucky at the line of scrimmage. You see Coach right there, Joe Monroe, not very pleased with one of the calls of the officials as he is out now talking to his defense. This defense cannot allow another touchdown. They had a great goal line stand at the end of the first half. They cannot give up a score right here. Coach Peters talking to his offense. He knows that if he gets another one in there, he can start looking to play some young men in this football game. We're almost halfway through this third quarter of football as this game has moved along very, very quickly here this morning at Naugatuck.
We'll be making our presentation of our Thomas Dodge Player of the Game at the conclusion of this football game. Naugatuck leads at 13-0. Football at the 15-yard line. Second and 8 for the Greyhounds. Slocum off the left side, and Jesse slides inside the 10 for some good yardage. Desjardins, the captain, on the tackle in the secondary.
Watch Slocum just follow number 58, Don Berry, or John Berry, around the corner, and then picks up good yardage before Desjardins makes the tackle, but not before he is down inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line. A third and about 3 for the Greyhounds as you look right at the down marker there, and you look at the center, Dan Ferris, as he gets over the ball.
Full house backfield for the Hounds, the short yardage offense. Slocum barreling close to the 6-yard line. Might have picked up the first down before he's driven back by Brooks and Desjardins.
Watch that going over that left side, just straight ahead blocking for Slocum, and then Slocum will find that little seam. He is, as Eddie said, very close to that first down. I think he has it, and dragged to the ground by the Eagles, but good yardage on that third down and short for the Greyhounds as they're right around the 6.5-yard line. You see the yard markers coming in now. I'm going to bet that he has it, Edward. See if I can redeem myself.
First and goal.
I can't lie, the linesman at the far end that already signaled, he thought it was a first down. I was going with his look. As you see, 7:41 left to go here in this third quarter. The Greyhounds again right at the doorstep after that turnover by the Wolcott Eagles, their 4th costly turnover of the football game.
First and goal from the 6. Carroll, the ball carrier. And Gagne and Desjardins on the tackle for Wolcott as Carroll takes the football inside the 5 to the 4.
Carroll come off the right side. Again, straight ahead blocking. He'll follow the big backfield for pretty good yardage. Gets inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line, second and goal.
In that backfield now, it's Carroll, Lucky, and Slocum from left to right. And second and goal. Carroll again following his line and getting it to the 3-yard line before he is pushed back. Promotico, the leading the charge for Wolcott, senior defensive tackle.
Lucky and Slocum will lead Carroll. He just comes again over the right side, but Wolcott and that defensive front is stiffened here inside the 10. This is the second time they've been asked to do it, and they are doing a creditable job here in forcing Naugatuck to really buckle down and button those chin straps to get the touchdown. It's third and goal again from about the 3.
Third and goal. Let's see who gets the ball. Diedelbaum on the option, spins out of a tackle and into the end zone. The senior quarterback.
The inside is closed down. Diedelbaum again with the option. We saw him score the second touchdown on a similar play, just looking to cut back inside as soon as the opportunity presents itself. An arm tackle, he outruns there, and then there's nose into the end zone for that his second touchdown and the 3rd of the afternoon for the Greyhounds.
Buddy, we don't have the stats with us right now. You got to think that the time of possession is really in Naugatuck's favor in this football game.
It has to be a very, very high time difference. The Greyhounds, in their 5 drives, have controlled the football, basically running some good passes by Diedelbaum and the option play, but they certainly have the advantage, and it's hard for a team to score if they don't have that football.
No good. Diedelbaum's extra point effort is no good, and Naugatuck leads it 19-0. Let's take this timeout. We're back, everyone, and let's go to a replay of a critical play in this football game.
There's the fumble. You'll see the ball roll out now, and let's see who comes up with it. It looks like number 34 right there may have had it, and that may be why Coach Joe Monroe was out on the field at that timeout spot.
Meanwhile, back to live action here. That is Gagne on the return. And Gagne takes the football out to the 39-yard line. Southmore running back Pete Bosco on the tackle for Naugatuck. Well, of course, that was a critical turnover because that's led to Naugatuck's 3rd touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
Edward, very critical series right now for the Wolcott Eagles. They've got to just put the football down the field and in the end zone. They can't afford a mistake, and they can't give the ball back to Naugatuck at this point. They are 3 scores down, and their offense has got to get some consistency very quickly here in this game.
We frankly haven't seen them on offense that much, too. All the problems that they've had. That is Brooks, the tailback, out to the 45-yard line. They've moved the football, but they've been inconsistent. They've made the mistakes. Eric Brooks, Ken Sedlock from his linebacker spot on the tackle.
Fullback will come first, and then the back will follow him. Brooks on the double handoff, or the double first fake handoff. He picks up 5. Very good play for a first down for the Wolcott Eagles. Brooks has carried the ball very well for this Eagle offense this afternoon.
Checking in now at tailback is the sophomore Gagne, and in front of him the fullback is the captain Howard. Gagne on the pitch out. Sophomore running back showing some good running, some good speed to the outside. I believe he might have picked up the first down as he got around the right side.
Gagne will come on the pitch. He'll follow DeJura, the guard, and the fullback Howard, who do a good job in blocking for him as they pick up the first down before Lucky in on the tackle. You see big number 38 there. Mr. Lucky has had a good day on both offense and defense for the Greyhounds.
Well, the Eagles are at midfield in this 3rd quarter of play. Naugatuck leads it 19-0. Howard cradling the football, and the captain gets the football down to the 44-yard line. Matt Howard, 5'9", 190-pound senior.
Just a little belly play to the fullback. Excellent running room on that left side as he goes for about 5 to 6 yards on that first down carry. And this is what this Eagle offense needs. They need a drive. They need to establish some ball control, and they need a touchdown.
2nd and 5 for Wolcott at the Naugatuck 45. Play action. Peterson rolling, being pressured. He's going to be dragged down for a loss on the play. John Berry, first to get to Peterson on the far side of the field.
There were a few lookout blocks that time as Peterson rolls. Watch people just come through here. Peterson really has no opportunity to throw, and then is just going to try and get back some of the lost yardage before Berry and company run him out at the sticks. It'll bring up, instead of a 2nd and short or 3rd and short, it's a big 3rd and 10 now. And the Greyhounds are tough giving up yardage right at midfield. The Eagles now definitely in a throw situation. And the last 3 times they've thrown it, there have been interceptions. So we'll see what happens with Peterson here.
3rd and 10 from midfield on a draw play. Gagne in a tailback. Gagne has picked up 8 yards on the play before he stopped by Lucky at the 43.
They come on a sprint draw. The fullback will kick out Howard, and then coming behind him, number 34, Gagne. Very close to the first down. It's going to bring up an interesting call for head coach Joe Monroe, who has a 4th and about 2, and you can see he's going to go for it at this point in the football game. He knows he needs a touchdown to get back into it.
4th down, 2 yards to go from the Naugatuck 43. Howard on a little bit of second effort. I don't believe he's come up with it. The fullback off the left side. Dan Ferris tied him up pretty much at the line of scrimmage along with Kuzma.
Watch as they come off tackle. Everybody's in a gap, and there's no opportunity for Howard to get even to the line of scrimmage. He will be dragged down by the interior part of that line along with Kuzma, who came in at the end. Coach Peters has to be very happy with that defense as they have come up big here all afternoon for the Greyhounds. They have prevented any real drives by this Eagle offense, giving their offense excellent field position every time they go out.
Might have seen before that haze in the horizon there. I haven't seen any sun thus far. Our Telemedia High School Game of the Week. First down, Diedelbaum tucks it under. Gets to midfield and taken out of bounds at the 45 by Mazeroski. A first down for Naugatuck. The senior quarterback, Mike Diedelbaum.
He will make some people miss here as he comes on the rollout and then decides to put the ball down. There's a miss right there. And again, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but he has very, very good speed, and he is deceiving with his speed. You just don't think he's as fast as he is until you get with him, and then he just turns it on. He'll bring the ball down into Eagle territory at the 46-yard line on that little rollout and carry.
First down for Naugatuck at the 46-yard line. 19-0, the Greyhounds lead it. Inside to Lucky, and Lucky drags a few Wolcott players straight ahead to the 42. Howard and Jarjur, captains for Wolcott, on the tackle.
Second down, Greyhound. Ball on the 43-yard line.
Fullback just bangs straight ahead, comes off the pulling guard, Barry, and then just right up the middle. And look at the drive with the legs and the ability to pull forward for an extra 2 or 3 yards by the big fullback, junior Paul Lucky.
But ball at the 43-yard line. Greyhounds in command of this football game. And Mike wants to put it up. He is knocked, and that is Jarjura taking the football inside the 30. Now, is it an incompleted pass, or is it a fumble?
No, that's going to be, the ball was knocked out of the hands of the quarterback, Diedelbaum, as he sat back in the pocket. Jarjura picked it up, almost broke it, but he's down inside the 30.
So Jarjura with the defensive gem with the break in the action. Let's go to our third quarter feature. Coach's tips. Buddy will be discussing lineman pulling.
Today we're going to talk a little bit about linemen. Linemen sometimes are not appreciated enough for the types of things that they must perform in a football game. Most linemen have to be able to pull, and I want to show you a very simple step to practice in order to pull, and then you can take this and apply it to baseball. It's the same principle. First of all, good stance with good balance is very important for the lineman, and if he's pulling to the right, he has to be able to get out as fast as he can. First thing he wants to do is to create a total turn to his right. Now notice how he stayed low, and he's cheated out with his right foot as he's gone, and he stays down low, and he will do this for the first 3 steps as he comes off. Mike will show you this a little quicker now as he's down, and he will spin, turn, and then he's off in order to take the end or to pull. It's very important to swing your body weight totally out to the right. And you do the same movement when you're stealing second base in baseball. So those of you who watch Ricky Henderson, watch the way he throws his weight and gets into that position to get himself parallel to stealing a base or to pulling and blocking the end. Practice it, you'll get better. We'll see you next week.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, the Wolcott Eagles have contributed to Naugatuck turning the football over. Jarjura on a defensive gem. That is Eric Brooks taking an outside contain before he's dragged down by Slocum. So new life on the far side of the field. Jarjura knocked the football out of Diedelbaum's arm as he went back to throw the football. Picked it up and rambled deep into Naugatuck territory.
Here's just a straight out option. Fake the ball to Howard, and then the quarterback Peterson gets the ball to Brooks for a pretty good gain, about 8.5 to 9 yards on that first down. They're down around the 20-yard line here in the tail end of this third quarter.
Inside 2 minutes to play. They give to Howard, the fullback, and he cracks forward for a first down for Wolcott. Sedlock on the tackle.
Oh, no, not again.
Howard, after the carry, pointing to his leg. It's either leg cramps or his knee or ankle. He seems to have had a problem with his knee, and we'll see if that's what it is. But right now they're working on that leg of Matt Howard, the senior 5'9", 190-pounder, just carried the football for the first down for the Eagles. See Coach Monroe and his staff there with him. He has been a big part of this football team, especially on defense. We have called his name continually all this morning here, as he has been a big part of that defense, and they certainly can't afford to lose him. He has done a creditable job both on offense and defense for the Wolcott Eagles.
Buddy, we have to compliment the Wolcott program. They've made mistakes. They've turned the football over 4 times, and they've caused a turnover just a few plays ago, and they have stayed in this football game.
They certainly have. A touchdown right here will make it very interesting. Naugatuck on the sidelines probably thinking at this point that they're getting close to trying to make some substitutions, get some of their young men a little bit of rest. But the Eagles won't let them do that. It's a big turnover. They have the ball inside the 20 at the 18, and they certainly would like to get in the end zone. Anything can happen in high school football, and as soon as the momentum begins to change and you get that on your side, anything can happen. And I certainly think the Eagles are looking for that now, trying to get that momentum swing and get that touchdown, that first one, and then get back on defense and look to get another turnover, or at least to get good field position with their offense and get them another opportunity to get into the end zone.
Let's go to the station ID right now.
You're watching Cable 10, the community channel.
We're back, everyone, and that is Captain Matt Howard being helped off the field. We understand from our spotter here, Phil Gorman, that Matt has had a problem in the preseason. One of the scrimmages had a problem with that knee. Big loss for Coach Joe Monroe's team. As we resume action here with 1 minute and 43 ticks and the clock running down here in the third quarter. Wolcott has a first down. They pitch to Gagne. Gagne taking the football down to the 16-yard line, tied up by Carl Hagstrom, now in defensively for Naugatuck.
They're going to go a long way to pick up 2 yards as Gagne comes to this near side. Good job sidestepping a tackle there, but dragged down at about the 16-yard line. It's going to be second and long for the Eagles. They need a touchdown, and they need a touchdown right at this minute.
Chris Wagner now in at fullback in place of Howard. 2nd and 8 at the 16. The pitch.
Pass off this. We'll see if they
Brooks is looking to throw. An incompleted pass. Had the receiver out there at the 10-yard line.
That's Jay Germain, who was the intended receiver.
The
Brooks
tight end
has him wide open and then just does not hit him. He is wide open. Tight end with a good attempt to get the football, but it will bring up third and about 9 yards for this Eagle offense, as Brooks had him open, could not get the completion.
Jay Germain, the tight end, dove for the football, couldn't come up with it. Would have been a circus catch if he did. A third down coming up at the 16. Peterson on a drop, being pressured by Lucky, has a receiver out there. It is picked off by the Greyhounds at the 8-yard line. Slocum in the secondary, and the 5th turnover committed by Wolcott. You just can't do that against a good team like Naugatuck.
They come a little scissors to try and hold the inside rush. Lucky there on the back of quarterback Peterson, but that, again, a very poorly thrown ball as Kuzma almost knocked it down before Slocum was able to intercept it. Again, the Greyhounds with the turnover. 40 seconds left to go here in this third period, and I think you can pretty much say that the Wolcott Eagles are not going to be able to defeat the Greyhounds here this morning. Their offense just unable to get away from those mistakes. The fourth interception, but 5th big mistake that they've made after that fumble on the punt.
First down at the 8. They give it straight ahead to Lucky, and Lucky bulldogs his way out close to the 20-yard line.
And they still didn't tackle him. The only thing they did was stop his forward progress. They still didn't bring him to the turf. Lucky with another big inside burst. Watch number 38 just go here. He just drags people. Whoa, he crushed somebody right there. And then will not be dragged down. It looked like Baldwin that he finally got a part of him, but he still isn't down, and it's a big first down again for the Greyhounds as they will run out the clock here and end this third quarter.
And time has run down here in the third quarter. We play 3 at Veterans Field in Naugatuck. Our score is Naugatuck 19 and Wolcott nothing. We're back, everyone. Naugatuck has the football at the 19-yard line. First down to begin matters in this fourth and final period. The Greyhounds lead it 19-0. And Diedelbaum back to throw under some pressure there. And Jarjura, the captain, gets to Diedelbaum for a loss on the play. It'll be a second and long.
Straight drop back, and you see good pressure by the end there as number 99.
That's Domain.
Domain gets good pressure and then allows the sack by Jarjura, who came off the tackle from the inside to knock Diedelbaum to the ground, or Diedelbaum to the ground here for that sack. It brings up a second and long, and I'm surprised Naugatuck chose to throw at that point on first down.
Jarjura, an outstanding effort for the Eagles here today. And second and 14. Mr. Lucky out to the 22-yard line. Jamie Jarjura now into defensively, the younger brother of Joe on the tackle.
There, and there's number 40, the younger brother, taking off where his older brother left off. Jarjura with another tackle, and they'll keep it in the family as Lucky picks up about 8 yards, though, on that carry, and he has just been unstoppable on the inside here for Naugatuck.
Diedelbaum throws it out to Ashton, and Ashton is stopped by Wagner on the play. Greyhounds would like to have gotten more yards on that play, but fine defensive effort by the Eagles.
Just a screen as the motion man stops, comes back, and then tries to get up the field. 48 on the tackle there for them. Chris Wagner, the senior, 5'11", 160-pounder, and it forces Naugatuck into a punting situation. I think, if I'm not wrong, this is the first punt for the Greyhounds, or the second punt of the day for Naugatuck.
Diedelbaum will kick it away. Fair catch signal by Desjardins at midfield. So the Eagles will take over the football at midfield. Naugatuck leads it by a score of 19-0. Today's coverage of the high school football game of the week is a presentation of Cable 10 Sports Telemedia of Western Connecticut. It's intended solely for the viewing enjoyment of telemedia subscribers. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of Telemedia of Western Connecticut is prohibited. Coming up next week in our Telemedia high school football game of the week, we travel to Shelton in Finn Stadium in a Housatonic League game, the Amity Spartans against the Shelton Gales. And the Gales are on track in that Housatonic League. They might be 2-2, but they're undefeated in Housatonic League play. First down. Peterson airs it out on first down. Well overthrows Desjardins at the 20. Wasn't even close on the play. First down incompletion.
Naugatuck is not going to give up the home run at this point. Their secondary is playing back, and they're playing for a long pass just to keep the ball inside and under. The Jardis really never had an opportunity, as Eddie just said, to get that completion. Just a straight drop and throw on a fly pattern. It brings up a second right at midfield for this Eagle offense.
Desjardins comes to the bottom of your screen. On second and 10. Peterson, a deep drop over the middle, has a receiver out there. It is picked off. Master Petro, midfield, 40, taken out of bounds inside the 40. Finally by Jarjura, the 6th turnover and the 5th interception for the Greyhounds. And that says a lot about the football game.
The one thing we can say is that the quarterback has spread interceptions around. He's given everybody an opportunity. This time the safety just sitting back in coverage. Ball is well overthrown of the intended receiver, and he will just take the ball on a pretty good return before Dermain will knock him out of bounds right at around the 38-yard line.
Ball actually spotted now at the 38-yard line. The Greyhounds have it at that point at the Wolcott 38. Ashton goes in motion. Greyhounds, you got to think, are going to eat clock. Well, just as I say that, Diedelbaum throws it out to Slocum inside the 25 to the 23. There's Jardins on the tackle in the secondary. A first down, and along with this Jardins, Baldwin in on the coverage and on the tackle for Wolcott.
Slocum will just come from that slot and then down and out. Great throw by Diedelbaum. Slocum brings the ball down inside the 25. Excellent throw catch by that Naugatuck Greyhound offense as they are moving the football again after, as Eddie said, that 6th turnover of the afternoon for the Wolcott Eagle offense.
Football at the 23, first down for Naugatuck. On the option, Diedelbaum at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Naugatuck touchdown. Mike Diedelbaum taking it in.
That's the third option that he has run into the end zone for the Greyhounds. The senior quarterback has had an outstanding morning of just coming down the line and reading. He just runs inside the end there, closing down the tackle, and then he has free room to run as he gets into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown. A great effort by this senior quarterback in leading this Naugatuck Greyhound offense.
Naugatuck leads it 25 to nothing.
Nice job.
Nice to see you guys here.
Diedelbaum on the extra point attempt through the uprights. 26 for Naugatuck, and nothing on that scoreboard for the Wolcott Eagles. Mike Diedelbaum. Well, we said it at the top of the show. Last year, Greg Murphy leading the offense for the Greyhounds, and this year, that job befalls to Mike Diedelbaum, and he's done everything that Coach Craig Peters has expected of him. Let's go to our 4th quarter feature now. Referee quiz with Larry Griffin.
The referee gives the following signal. Is it ineligible receiver downfield, illegal motion, or disregard flag? We'll be back after these messages with the answer. What call did you make? If you said disregard flag, you made the right call.
We're back, everyone. Well, how many of you viewers knew that Larry was giving you the signal to disregard the flag? Did you know, buddy?
We don't get many of them. When they throw the flag where I am, it always counts. They don't disregard anything. So we don't get to see that signal very much. The Greyhounds now, I think, are going to play some young people. They have a 26-0 lead. There's 9:03 left to go in this football game. As you look back at the deep man, Greg Gagne for the Wolcott Eagles. 6 turnovers. We saw in the beginning of the show that Coach Monroe talked about the problem with turnovers, and this football team, his Wolcott Eagles, have certainly committed more than they were able to overcome against a very good Naugatuck Greyhound football team that just took advantage of every opportunity to enjoy this 26-0 lead.
On the return, that is Wagner, and Wagner takes a pop at the 35-yard line.
When someone goes down like that, it usually is a face mask. You saw the penalty there come in. Let's see if we can pick it up, but coming up the field, number 48 right here, and wow, that is a face mask. There's no question about it as Wagner is dragged down right there. That's one of the things that can cause injury as that neck is snapped back. Naugatuck will pick up 15 yards, and the ball will be spotted right at the 50-yard marker. And the Eagles now, let's see if they make a change. They have made a change at quarterback. You're going to see number 7, the junior, Chris Mazurowski, come in to replace Peterson. We'll see who else they bring into this football game.
So Wolcott has it out at midfield. They're down by 4 scores. Brooks not able to get started. Tackled in the backfield. First to get to him is Barry. Chris Mazeroski, junior quarterback, in for Bill Peterson.
Barry does not get blocked at all, and he is there about 6 yards into the backfield when Brooks finally got the football. There was no place for number 15, Eric Brooks, to go. A great job by John Barry, the senior, who has played an excellent defensive game, and also on offense we've seen him lead that big fullback through that line of scrimmage all morning.
But he also in defensively on that front, the front line for Naugatuck is Bosco. The pitch out on the option, that is Brooks to the 45, to the 40, still in bounds as he gets to the 35-yard line before he's taken down by Slocum and Kuzma. No, we don't talk about it often, buddy, but you got to credit these Naugatuck offensive and defensive linemen. They do the job week in and week out in the trenches.
Come off the fake to the fullback, and then Mazeroski gets the ball outside to Brooks. Kuzma coming from behind will get part of the tackle along with Slocum. But a big first down for the Eagles as they are trying to get into the end zone. I know they'd like to take at least one touchdown home.
Flag is dropped as Brooks to the left side gets some good yardage as he gets down inside the 25-yard line. Does Eric Brooks, a flag is dropped. Let's see if that comes back against
it's going to come
red
back.
And white.
The outside receiver moved prior to the snap of the football. It's going to be an illegal procedure against the Wolcott Eagles, and that's going to take away a very big run by Eric Brooks, who turned down that far sideline for good yardage. But again, that will bring it all back as the pitch on the sweep. Fullback number 48, Wagner, leading. You see Brooks and the flag come into your picture as Brooks turns inside. Shea misses the tackle, allowing Brooks to get down for another first down. But again, it's all coming back. Number 54 in on the tackle for Naugatuck, and that's Peter Bosco, again, the sophomore, getting some play time in there and taking advantage of every opportunity he can get to stand out in the eyes of his coaching staff.
First down, 1st and 15 for Wolcott. The football brought back to the Naugatuck 40-yard line on the infraction against the Eagles. Pass goes incomplete. Never having the handle of Mazeroski's pass was Gagne. It goes as an incompleted pass. Once again, buddy, I'd like to thank our spotter from Wolcott here today, this afternoon, Phil Gorman, Wolcott sophomore, currently injured.
You see Gagne just take his eyes off the football as it went into his chest. Goes as the incompletion, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 15 for Wolcott.
Greyhounds are sprinkling in some new players on defense. A lot of young men being able to play here this afternoon in this Naugatuck Valley League game. 2nd and 15 at the Naugatuck 40. Mazeroski calls for a timeout. Buddy, one interesting thing our viewers, a note of interest they might be interested in is the fact that this is a Naugatuck Valley League game in one sense, in another it isn't, because of the fact that the Naugatuck Valley League is divided into the large division, the small division. The Greyhounds are part of the large division makeup of the league. Wolcott is part of the small division. So in terms of the division within the Naugatuck Valley League, this game does not count. For instance, Wolcott has to depend upon other teams in the small division. They go up against Sacred Heart, Ansonia, Watertown, and Kennedy. Now, Wolcott has defeated Kennedy, so technically they're 1-0 in their division, and again, this game does not count. Naugatuck, on the other hand, along in their large division, they have Wilby, Holy Cross of Waterbury, Torrington, and Crosby of Waterbury. So you're going to explain that for us further.
I think you just did it very well. We'll go back and watch the game.
Second and 15. Football at the 40-yard line. Mazeroski is the quarterback. They got Brooks now out at split it on the right side.
Certainly didn't throw that to anyone in white as he just unloaded it. Mazeroski preventing the sack, just dumped the football out to the near side. Coach Craig Peters was the closest receiver for that one as Masgarowski, as he drops back, there's going to be an awful lot of red shirts coming at him in your picture, and he just unloads it, and you'll see that there is really no one near it.
So it'll be a third down coming up at the 40-yard line. Out to the left side, that is Baldwin. Third and 15. The junior quarterback throws, has a receiver out there, incomplete over the middle. He was going to Charlie Wood, now in at tight end. Incompleted pass, it'll bring up a fourth down.
Masgarowski got back very quickly and then throws the football over the head of Woods. Pretty good coverage again by the Greyhounds, but it brings up a fourth down here for the Eagles, and they're going to go for it right now at the 40-yard line. They're not going to punt away the football.
Baldwin will come out to the right side. A slot also to the right side. I formation, 4th and 15. Masgarowski, the pitch. Gagne, the ball carrier. Gagne not anywhere near. Brooks checked that. Brooks lined up at tailback and nowhere near the yardage for a first down. Lucky on the stop. The Greyhounds will take over on downs.
They come on an option, and there's an awful lot of yardage for that option. As you see Kuzma there forcing the pitch. He came from his corner position. Brooks got the football, but really had never had an opportunity to get that first down, as Naugatuck will take over now with 6 minutes and 52 seconds left to go in this football game.
Well, Dito Baum is still quarterbacking that team. We might get a look at the second string quarterback, the JV quarterback, Scott Mastropetro, the sophomore. First down for Naugatuck. They take over on downs at their 36-yard line. About halfway through the fourth quarter at Veterans Field in Naugatuck on our Telemedia Sports Valley High School football game of the week. Naugatuck firmly in control. Lucky Jarjura bear hugs him and actually takes him down. That's been quite a feat here today, along with number 32, Jason Iorio, now in defensively for Coach Joe Monroe's team.
I'm very surprised the Greyhounds haven't made substitutions up to this point. The game is certainly over from the standpoint of the scoreboard. Coach is trying, obviously, to do something with that offense, maybe to give him one more series. But as a coach, I don't want to see any of my starters hurt if you don't have to get them hurt, as he's just running the football straight ahead with his big fullback. And I tell you, this guy's been doing more hurting to the other team.
Lucky was hit in the backfield and managed to get out of that tackle and pull himself forward for a 3 on the play. Demain and Promotico on the tackle for Wolcott. So the football now at the 41-yard line, under 6 minutes to go here. There you see the scoreboard, all the pertinent information. There's that basic wing tee set. In motion, Slocum. Dito Baum on the option, looking to throw underneath, throws and completes it to the fullback at midfield. That's Lucky. Wood and Brooks on the tackle for Wolcott. It'll be a Greyhound first down.
Little boot action. Outrunning that hand tackle right there is Dito Baum, and then he gets the ball to his fullback. That was Elu who tried to tackle Dito Baum, could not do it. As you look over the shoulders of some young men who want to get into this football game on the sidelines, but the Greyhound offense just churning it out and making first downs and running the clock here as we wind down in this fourth quarter.
Midfield as Ashton goes in motion. Dito Baum on play action, loose ball, and a scramble for it. Let's see if the Wolcott Eagles have come up with it. They have. McCluskey around the football and on the recovery. Number 35, Jim McCluskey, 5'11", 150-pound senior nose guard.
Dito Baum will lose the football as he comes to the outside right here. just stripped by number 48, Wagner, and then recovery is going to be made. It looks like number 35 there will get credit for that, and that's McCluskey, the senior 5'11", 150-pounder. As you look at Coach Monroe there, he's got 4 minutes and 31 seconds to get a score, as his offense now will take the football at the 38-yard line.
Timeout is called for by the Greyhounds. 4:20 remaining, and that official time is being kept up here in the press box. Once again, we should mention too, buddy, we really have been blessed with the facilities. When we started out some years ago, we had some press boxes in place, but there wasn't any up here at Veterans Field. It's a roomy press box, a great vantage point, and just tremendous improvements around the area.
And there you see a young man on the sidelines with his dad, one of the assistant coaches here at Naugatuck, and
that's Chuck Reck.
They're enjoying what will be their third victory of the season, coming out here this morning and really taking it to the Wolcott Eagles, especially on offense. The turnovers by that Wolcott football team have just been insurmountable for them, as Naugatuck now making a lot of substitutions on their team. As you look at the press box and the fine facilities here at Naugatuck, maybe if we can go to the other, we can get a look at the soccer game that's competing with a football game right next to this field, as the fans here in Naugatuck have not only a football game but a soccer game going on at the same time.
First down coming up for the Wolcott Eagles. Naugatuck is in firm control of the football game. They lead it 26-0. Mike Diedelbaum has scored 3 times for the Hounds. Two wideouts to the near side. I formation for Wolcott on first down from the 38. Mazurowski throws it out. That is Baldwin. Baldwin throws it downfield for number 38. Dave Warren, the intended receiver on the double pass, incomplete. It'll be a second down.
Double pass to try and draw that secondary up. It looks like a screen, and then they come with the second pass. It was well behind Warren. He never had an opportunity to catch it. Brings up a second down. As you look at the very pretty cheerleaders here at Naugatuck, they have been leading the cheers all morning, and happily they enjoy that 26-0 lead. Makes it a lot easier to be a cheerleader when your team is ahead.
What you've often said, buddy, that the cheerleaders a lot of times just may not even have an idea to score. They're there. They are tremendous service to their teams. That's Desjardins, the ball carrier, number 37. Jason Solozzi on the tackle for Naugatuck.
Come with the scissors. You see number 37 there coming behind the quarterback, getting off tackle for pretty good yardage. He is about 4 yards short of that first down before number 18, Jason Solozzi, makes the tackle for the Greyhounds. He will get help also from number 50 or 54, Peter Bosco again.
Third down and 4. 3rd and 4 from the Naugatuck 32. Wolcott trying to get in for a score. Mazurowski. A little bit of sprint draw action. That's to Brooks. Brooks picks up the first down as he gets down to the 24-yard line before he's taken down by Bosco.
Fullback goes the wrong way, and then handoff comes back to Brooks. Kuzma in on the tackle also, along with Bosco. They're playing some young people. Bosco, Kuzma, sophomores. A lot of sophomores and juniors playing for that Greyhound football team right now. And the Wolcott football team is still pretty much that starting group, so the JVs are getting a chance to play against some bigger people, and they're holding their own right now.
Under 3 minutes. Wolcott has a 1st and 10 from the 24. And taking the football, Mark Pedanici from the tailback spot. First time we've seen Mark in action here today. And he got some good yardage as he turned the corner on the Naugatuck Greyhound defense. Chris Solozzi on the tackle. Jason Solozzi, number 18. It'll be another first down. Pedanici as he checks in. Coach Joe Monroe using an awful lot of players here. A young team, a lot of valuable game experience, buddy. Football at the 13.
Got to go back to the drawing board on that one. Everybody went except for the center and the quarterback, and the ball has to go first. It did not. It'll back up the Eagles 5 yards, back to about the 18.5. Watch everybody move. The ball still hasn't come up to the quarterback. By the time it did, everybody had 3 steps ahead, and that's Canadian football. They kind of frown on that here in America, but people have to be set. The ball has to go first.
So with the mark off of 5 yards, 1st and 15, ball brought back to the 7, checked at the 18-yard line. Mazeroski on the option. A little bit of indecision. He wanted to pitch to Brooks, then held on to the football. It cost him as he was dumped in the backfield.
We're not going to be able to give credit here. Yes, we can. It looks like it's Chris
Mariano.
He's listed as 22 here. We hope his number is 23. Quarterback just got himself in a tough situation that time. He wanted to run inside. By the time he decided to pitch, Mariano was all over him, and he could not get the ball away. Brought the loss. It's going to bring up a 2nd and about 17 for Wolcott as you look at that young group that is getting some game experience, as Eddie said, over the ball. The Naugatuck defense, which is getting a lot of work also. Young people ready to play.
Mazeroski throwing into the end zone, has a receiver out there, up for grabs, incomplete. It was intended for number 11, I do believe. That is Baldwin. And on the coverage, Joe Pisco, number 81 for the Greyhounds.
Pisco was right there on coverage. He does a great job going up and almost getting the interception from behind. The defensive or offensive player really caused that ball to be incomplete, as Pisco almost came up with that big interception. It would have been the 6th one of the day for the Greyhounds.
All told, Wolcott has turned the football over 6 times, 5 times on interceptions. Greyhounds have picked off 5 interceptions. 1:27 remaining. There is a break in the action. When we resume play, it'll be 3rd and 17 for Wolcott. Football resting at the Naugatuck 20-yard line. Coach Joe Monroe I'm sure would like to get something on the scoreboard to take away something positive in this football game. Although just by the fact, again, it's a young program, a lot of young players getting a lot of valuable game experience. Wolcott, by the way, Buddy, they will be in action next week. They'll be at home to Wilby of Waterbury. And the Greyhounds the Greyhounds will be on the road, and they will be traveling up to Waterbury to face the Crosby Bulldogs. 1:27 remaining. Rain is basically held off here. It's been overcast throughout the football game. A little bit on the humid side. On our Telemedia Sports Valley High School football game of the week, the veteran Craig Peters walking off the field. Wonder if at this point he's feeling that injury, Buddy.
When you're ahead 26-0, you don't really feel that injury. You just feel good about his team and the success that he's going to have here.
Shotgun. Gagne is upended on the pass from Mazeroski. Let's see who made that defensive gem. Mariano. Number 22, Chris Mariano.
They come with the shotgun. This play really doesn't have a good opportunity to be successful, as Mariano right there with the tackle. And again, we've been giving Mariano credit for number 23's tackles, and we don't have him on the roster, but number 23 had a couple himself. Mariano with that one on his own, and it's going to bring up a 4th and a lot for Wolcott. They've got to go to the 4-yard line.
Under a minute to play here at Veterans Field. Shotgun again on 4th down. Mazeroski winds up, throws in the vicinity end zone. It is caught there. Touchdown for the Wolcott Eagles. Is that Desjardins? Yes, it is. The captain, split end, Sean Desjardins, outleaped the defender in the end zone for the score.
This is a very well thrown pass by Mazeroski as he just lets it go, and Desjardins will get the football very close to the end line. He goes up and out battles the defensive player, number 17, Mike Stango, for the touchdown. You see him get that 1 foot in bounds actually got them both in bounds for the score here, but really 33 seconds left to go. It's a moral victory for that Eagle football team as they're going to try and put 2 more on the board.
Power I formation. Mazeroski on the option, tucking it in and getting in for the 2. So Wolcott, with 33 seconds on the board, have scored their first points of the afternoon. And Mazeroski connecting on the touchdown pass to Captain Sean Desjardins, and then followed by Mazeroski getting in on the option for 2 points. And the Sun is making its first appearance here at Veterans Field. Our score is Naugatuck 26 and Wolcott 8. Just 33 ticks remaining. And upcoming, our post-game feature, our Thomas Dodge Player of the Game presentation.
Let's go quickly with this thing. I'll go get out of here.
Greyhounds with this victory today will remain undefeated. Their 3rd win of the season against that one tie, that controversial tie to Cheshire that first weekend of the season.
And I'm not touching that one, Edward.
Wolcott will drop to 2-2. Once again, even though Wolcott will have 2 losses in the Naugatuck Valley League, in their division, they're still 1-0 because they've only played one other team in their division, the small division, that's Kennedy, and they defeated that team. So they're very much alive in the small division makeup of the Naugatuck Valley League.
Oh my
Wood on an onside kick. It goes the required 5 yards. A scramble on the far side of the field.
Naugatuck, I think, is going to come up with it. The ball bounced around, but one of the Naugatuck players, I think it is number 86 there, looks like 86, David Levine, sophomore, who will come up with that, and the Greyhounds will have the ball at about the 40-yard line. And their offense really, as you see, the kick, and now watch it bounce around, and a couple guys are going to have an opportunity to get it as it goes to 10 yards. And then right there, 86, Levine with the football and the recovery for the Greyhounds. And they really only have to, they don't even have to run a play.
Scott Mastropetro in at quarterback. And the ball carrier is Jason Tractor. 4 seconds remaining. That's going to just about wrap things up. Promotico on the tackle, along with Rich Gorman for the Wolcott Eagles. And that concludes matters here at Veterans Field in Naugatuck. Our final score, the Naugatuck Greyhounds 26, the Wolcott Eagles 8. We'll be back after these words. The Greyhounds 26, the Wolcott Eagles 8. On behalf and Buddy Chernovitz, Ed Clemens, goodbye everyone.